Hi, good morning. This is Divine 219 Lady, and I had a phenomenal, spectacular, the most wonderful Rapture dream last night. Now, this makes Rapture dream number two, and my last Rapture dream was 9 years ago. And then last week, I had a dream about the chauffeur. One trumpet blew, that was it, but it was in the sky and it had the seven churches, the candles, the seven churches in the sky, and the clouds were open, and there was just one trumpet blast. And I was like, wait a minute, what? But that was a trumpet dream, and that was only one time I've ever had that. Now, a week later, I had a rapture dream. Now, let me explain to you what this rapture dream was about. Now, don't mind my hair. I just put it in a ponytail just to get on here. So I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget anything or any details in it. And it didn't last too long, but it lasted long enough for me to be able to retain it to present to you guys. So let me open my phone. Okay. Now, before the rapture started, now mind you, the last rapture dream that I had, I felt myself being warped up or transitioned or just snapped and away from the world. I could feel the transformation from earth to heavens and that dream I had about the rapture 9 years ago. However, before the rapture took place, in the sky were two very large eagles. They were soaring through the sky. It was like it was God looking around on the planet. It was like they were his eyes. I don't know. I just associated those eagles with God looking around earth. And I tried taking pictures like with my cell phone because I could see their entire wingspan, like so large, so wide. And they were just soaring across and looking everywhere. But they saw me looking at them, okay? The I could see the wingspan, the eyes, the white feathers around their head, the black feathers on their bodies. And it seemed as though the Lord came to see the world before such events took place. This sight was amazing. And then a calendar came up. Now, I seen October 17th. I seen October vaguely. But when I woke up, I remember October, but I couldn't recall if that was what I actually seen on the calendar. But I know I seen the 17th. I did. Now, I don't know what month, I don't know what year, but I want to say I seen October 17th. And I'm not saying tomorrow because no one knows the day nor the hour, not even Jesus, the angels, or even us. But that was what was on the calendar day. Now, I don't set dates. I watched plenty of videos that said October 6th, 7th. A lot of people said the 16th, the 17th. A lot of people say the 24th. A lot of people say the 31st. A lot of people. So I see many videos. So my heart is not set on any particular date. This is why I mentioned that. But I did see October vaguely, but I do remember seeing that. But I know I seen the 17th. But I want to say I was so vague about that. So the rapture had already happened. I was in heaven. I didn't go through the transformation, the transition. Been there, done that. I don't know. So this could have been a part two to that. I don't know. To that last 9 year dream. But we were in heaven. Okay. So we had on white and we were standing all around. It was like Jesus had things in order and on a systematic way. In a systematic way, like things had to go inside in a certain order, or how he was doing things. But then suddenly there was other group of people standing before us. So it was us first, and then another group of people just came just like that, okay? Who seemed to have on the same clothes as we had on, because we had on white. We had our garments were white, okay? But these other groups of people, they it appeared to have on white garments as well, okay? But theirs seemed uniquely different, and I couldn't really tell it apart, but I knew they were different, you know? and they had on a different crown, and I couldn't tell what made their clothes different from ours, but I knew it was different. They kind of sort of stood out. So it was the saints. I had figured it out. It was the saints. It seemed as though they arrived to be with us suddenly. Now, remind you, on earth, there's time here. But when we get raptured in church, up in heaven, the church gets raptured to heaven. The 7 year span might be just like that to us, because we're not going to feel 7 years. So when we were transformed and raptured straight up to heaven, it's like the saints came just like that. It's like there was no time in between. So that's why I was confused as to who is these group of people. Because of course my sense knows time lasts, but here they were just there right all of a sudden. So it didn't seem as though time passed by since we were raptured. It was like we were raptured by the Lord, and the Lord was getting things ready, and then the saints were just there. So I was trying to find out, were they more favorable since they had gone through the tribulation. So I was standing there just looking around. So thing that came up to me was, you know how the shepherd lost his sheep and left all the other ones behind just to go find that one sheep? And then the feast happened when that one sheep was found. It's like we didn't have our feast until the tribulation saints got there, because he found his people. He went and got all the people who were lost during the tribulation and who stood with him during that time and endured. And when he went to go get them, that's when we had our feast. And it seems like there was no time lapse there. So we weren't waiting around for them to get it together so we can have a feast. It was like we were raptured. And then all of a sudden they came with their new glorified clothing and everything. And then we were able to feast. So it seemed as if the feast lined right up with the saints for the tribulation arrival. Then I woke up and I thought, wow, I was in heaven. So please tell me what you think about that dream. I'm excited. I don't know the day nor the hour, but getting dreams like that just gives me more inspiration to be like, hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Hold on a little while longer. Now, I told you guys that I had a rapture dream 9 years ago. Then I told you all about the trumpet call. But 2 days ago, I heard Koshi wind chimes. I don't even know what that is, but I know what the sound sounded like. So I went on YouTube to just look up different sounds of wind chimes. And then the chimes that I heard, and I looked up the name on YouTube, it said Koshi, Koshi, wind chimes. So then I don't know, the spirit led me to look it up, or I was just interested to look it up. And when I looked it up, I think I erased it, but I mentioned it in another video. It says something about the kingdom of God is at hand, something to that effect. Then I looked it up again in a different aspect on my Google search, and it says that when you have arrived into the kingdom, or when the Lord has something with the kingdom, I don't know. In another video I wrote it down. I mentioned it. So you guys got to watch another video. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I know the association was kingdom, and the next one was like it was time, and those chimes were just the warning to let you know that it's time. And I'm so rejuvenated off just hearing that, like I was awake. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't dreaming. My husband had just went to work, and I was laying around in the bed, and I said I was going to get up in the next 30 minutes because I started a new job that day. And I said I'll get up later. And I just heard chimes. And I'm like, we don't have chimes. I've never owned chimes in my life, never was interested in a chime ever in life. And no one that I live around has chimes, or I would have known that, oh, that's the neighbor's chimes. But it was just so clear and so precise and beautiful. And I said, what's that? So that's when it made me prompt to look up, hearing chimes spiritually, so on and so forth. So thanks for watching. Share this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.